My name is K. Manjana, Associate Professor, Department of Electronics, ADB First Aid College, Harapanalli. This is for second BSc, second semester Electronics. Uh, Already I have completed 98% of syllabus. Remaining is only 2% of syllabus. Now you might have studied semiconductor amplifiers, transistor configurations, transistor biasing, load line analysis, then multi-stage amplifiers, power amplifiers, and come to the last part of the syllabus is feedback amplifier. Now what is feedback amplifier? The definition of feedback amplifier: it is an amplifier in which the output voltage, some part of output voltage is fed back to the input through a feedback network. This is known as feedback amplifier. In a feedback amplifier consists of two parts. One is an ordinary amplifier and the another part is feedback network. The feedback amplifier consists of two types. Name of the feedback amplifiers are positive feedback amplifier and negative feedback amplifier. Now what is the definition of positive feedback amplifier? If the feedback voltage or current is so applied as it is increased input voltage, it means it is in phase with the input signal, is known as positive feedback amplifier. Its another name of positive feedback is also called as regenerative feedback, also known as direct feedback. This positive feedback amplifier are used in an oscillators. Either it may be sinusoidal oscillators or non-sinusoidal oscillators. So totally the positive feedback amplifiers are used in positive feedback circuits are used in oscillators. Now come to the next second type of feedback is negative feedback. So the definition of negative feedback is defined as it is an amplifier in which the part of output is fed back to the input. So it is always 180 degree out of phase with the input signal. It is known as negative feedback amplifier. This amplifier as always 180 degree out of phase with the input signal. Its another name is called degenerative feedback, also known as inverse feedback. This negative feedback amplifier are mainly used in all amplifier circuits. So therefore this negative feedback amplifier are most widely used in almost all electronic amplifier circuits. Now if you go for this negative feedback amplifiers frequently used in amplifier circuits, the basic principle. Now before that, here let's go for what is feedback. Now the noise level in amplifiers can be reduced considerably by the use of negative feedback, that is by injecting a fraction of output in opposition to the input signal. It means the actual feedback definition, the process of injecting a fraction of output energy of some device back to the input is known as feedback. It has been found very useful in reducing noise in amplifiers and making amplifier operation stable. So therefore, depending upon whether the feedback energy aids or opposes the input signal, there are two basic types of feedback. What I said, the definition of positive feedback and also negative feedback. If you go for positive feedback, so what I said already, it is in phase with the input signal. So no phase shift. Here either 0 degree or 360 degree phase shift around the loop, causing the feedback voltage, the VF stands for feedback voltage, to be in phase with the input signal Vin. Now let us consider this is a basic amplifier circuit without feedback. So now this amplifier, its output is E0 and input voltage is E. Actually the definition of amplifier, it is defined as the ratio of output voltage to the input voltage. So this is the
actual ordinary amplifier definition. If you connect externally, that is a feedback network is connected in addition with the amplifier circuit. So now you see here input V in is it's a sinusoidal signal, so it is given to the input. Now it's always amplifier circuit, it consists of transistor CE configuration. CE configuration is always 180 degree out of phase with the input signal, therefore its always output is 180 degree out of phase with the input signal, therefore exactly reverse the input signal in the output. This 180 degree out of phase with the input that signal is given to the feedback network. It introduces a 180 degree phase shift, therefore again it come back to the original signal, the same positive to positive and negative to negative. It is fed to the again input to the basic amplifier, so therefore it is in phase with the input signal is called positive feedback. Now next let's go for the important points about positive feedback. The positive feedback increases the gain of the amplifier. Only one advantage of positive feedback amplifier, it increases the gain of the amplifier, but it has a disadvantage, it increases the distortion and also instability of the amplifier. Therefore the positive feedback is seldom employed in amplifiers. So one important use of positive feedback is in oscillator, what I said earlier. So now let's go for in a negative feedback as same as positive feedback. As same as positive feedback, the circuit is taken here, the same here ordinary amplifier and feedback network is taken. Here the input signal is applied to amplifier and its output is 180 degree phase shift. Here feedback network part of output is fed back to the input here, so it introduces 0 degree phase shift, no phase shift. In a positive feedback there is a phase shift of 180 degree, but here 0 phase shift, it is again connected. Now you see here exactly reverse, positive here negative, negative here positive, so exactly 180 degree out of phase it is given to the input of the amplifier. Therefore this negative feedback amplifier, it always it is that is 180 degree out of phase with the input signal, so hence the definition of negative feedback amplifier. Now negative feedback, what are the advantages and disadvantages? Now negative feedback reduces the gain of amplifier. However, the advantages of negative feedback are reduction in distortion and stability in gain, increased bandwidth, and also improves the input and output impedances. Whereas here in also one more advantage, it is due to these disadvantages. The negative feedback is frequently employed in oscillators. So advantages are more, disadvantage is only one, it decreases the gain of the amplifier. Whereas positive feedback amplifier, only one advantage, that is it increases the gain of the amplifier, but remaining disadvantage means increases the distortion, increases the that is what we call it as a instability of gain, and it decreases the bandwidth and also variation of input and output impedance. These are the disadvantages of positive feedback amplifier. That's why we always consider in an amplifier circuit, the better feedback circuit is called negative feedback circuit. Now let us go for next one is the feedback circuit consists of the feedback circuit. So here this is actually the circuit. It is an amplifier circuit, it is a feedback circuit. The feedback circuit consists of only a resistive circuit. So resistances are connected either in series and parallel, so therefore it is a feedback circuit. So now here across output we have taken a load resistance RL. So in a basic amplifier, now here, so this is an amplifier, its gain is AV. AV stands for voltage gain without feedback. Its corresponding output is E0 and its input is Eg minus MV into E0. Total input, here we applied actually generated voltage, external voltage is connected to the basic amplifier. Now you see here one terminal from the feedback circuit, another terminal is connected to input. Now here the output is E0, this output is fed to the feedback circuit, its output is fraction of output is fed back to the input. Now here E0 times MV. MV is a very smaller value. This is a feedback fraction, MV times E0. So this MV into E naught is the total output of the feedback network. Then what is the total input of the circuit? Now generated voltage minus MV into E naught. So here we have taken this is a negative feedback amplifier. So the 180 degree out of phase, therefore it is taken as a negative Eg minus MV into E naught. So therefore now let us go for the derivation of this circuit. Now here if you come to the derivation, now here gain of negative feedback voltage amplifier. Now let's take here actual input of the amplifier Eg minus MV into E naught. The output E naught must be equal to the input voltage Eg minus MV into E naught. So therefore multiplied by gain AV of the amplifier is Eg minus MV into E naught times AV is equal to E naught. Now let us see here the circuit diagram. Now here this is a circuit diagram. So total input voltage is Eg minus MV into E naught times AV is equal to E naught. So that expression I took here in this diagram. Now you see here this is the formula actually. Actual input voltage Eg minus MV into E naught. The output voltage E naught must be equal to the input voltage Eg minus MV into E naught. Therefore here Eg minus MV into E naught times AV is equal to E naught. Here there are two terms of E naught. Take MV into E naught AV RHS side. We will get 1 plus AV times MV is equal to AV into Eg. So therefore E naught divided by Eg equal 1 divided by AV times MV. So this is here AV is there. I will take here E naught divided by Eg is equal to AV divided by 1 plus AV times MV. So here now you take the E naught divided by Eg is the voltage gain with feedback, that is represented as AVF. Voltage gain with feedback is equal to AV divided by 1 plus AV times MV. So this is the negative feedback voltage expression. So what we say here in this equation, already you know the in a negative feedback amplifier it decreases the gain of the amplifier, that is only the disadvantage. Therefore 1 plus AV into MV, AV is the larger, MV is also multiplied this term AV times AV into MV is greater than 1, therefore 1 can be neglected. So therefore AV divided by AV, it will be cancelled, only 1 by MV. So therefore the gain is stable. So therefore AV, so in a denominator value is greater than the numerator, automatically the gain will be decreases. So that is only the disadvantage of negative feedback amplifier. If you go for positive feedback amplifier, so here we obtain in this circuit what we call here we take here Eg plus, because in a positive feedback amplifier, so 180 degree, no 180 degree out of it is because it is in phase with the input signal, therefore it is taken as Eg plus MV into E naught. So therefore automatically the equation is obtained as per this formula. So here AVF is equal to AV divided by 1 minus AV times MV. So therefore this term is larger, so it is 1 is greater than this, therefore automatically the denominator value is smaller, numerator value is larger, automatically voltage gain with feedback in a positive feedback amplifier automatically it increases. Therefore it may be seen that in a negative feedback amplifier without feedback is AV, however when negative voltage feedback is applied the gain is reduced to a factor of 1 plus AV times MV. It may be noted that negative voltage feedback does not affect this current gain of the circuit. So now here the important points are noting here. So when negative voltage feedback is applied, the gain of the amplifier is reduced. Thus the gain of amplifier without feedback is 10,000, whereas with negative feedback it is only 100. So therefore automatically the gain of the amplifier. Now you see here when negative voltage feedback is applied, the voltage actually applied to the input amplifier, so it's very small. In this case the signal voltage is only 101 millivolt. Therefore the negative feedback is 100 millivolt, so that voltage applied to the at the input of the amplifier is only 1 millivolt. Therefore in a negative feedback circuit the feedback fraction MV is either it is in between 0 and 1, therefore MV is very smaller. Already you know we derived the just expression for this. So now uh, advantages of negative feedback. Advantages of negative feedback. Now let us go for this. First one is gain stability. Gain is always stable in negative feedback amplifier, but it is not stable in positive feedback amplifier. This is one of the advantage for negative feedback circuit. So now you see already we derived the expression AVF is equal to AV divided by 1 plus MV into AV. So here the gain is stable. This AV times MV is very larger than 1. Therefore 1 can be neglected. AVF is equal to 1 divided by MV, because here 1 can be neglected means AV divided by AV times MV. AV cancel, so AVF is equal to 1 divided by MV. Therefore AVF is equal to 1 divided by MV. So it may be seen that the gain now depends only upon feedback fraction MV on the characteristics of the feedback circuit. Hence the gain is stable in a negative feedback amplifier. It is one of the important advantage in an amplifier. Then another advantage of this feedback circuit is reduces non-linear distortion. So always if the distortion is higher in positive feedback amplifier, whereas in a negative feedback amplifier it decreases the distortion. That is very important factor in an amplifier circuit. A large signal stage has a non-linear distortion because its voltage gain changes at various points in the cycle. Therefore the negative voltage feedback reduces the non-linear distortion in large signal amplifier. It can be proved mathematically that always the expression is dVF is equal to d divided by 1 plus AV times MV. You know already AVF is equal to AV divided by 1 plus AV into MV. So instead of voltage gain, here we consider distortion. Same formula, distortion with the feedback. Here distortion without feedback. dVF is the distortion with feedback. D stands for distortion without feedback. So therefore dVF is equal to d divided by 1 plus AV times MV. Therefore here 1 plus AV times MV is larger, where D is the distortion in amplifier without feedback. dVF already I said here distortion in amplifier with the negative feedback. It is clear why. So amplify the negative voltage feedback to an amplifier distortion. It reduces by a factor of 1 plus AV times MV. So therefore this is an important factor to reduce the nonlinear distortion. Then another advantage, improve the frequency response. This is very also important. In any amplifier, frequency response is remains same. The gain is stable in over a longer frequency range. So here it improves the frequency response. If the frequency response variations in every frequency, therefore the gain is not constant. So therefore, but here frequency response is better means feedback is usually obtained through a resistive network. Therefore voltage gain of the amplifier is independent of signal frequency. The result is that voltage gain of the amplifier will be sustainably constant over a wide range of signal frequency. Even though in a higher range of frequency, the frequency response remains constant, would not change. So therefore automatically it improves the frequency response. Frequency response is excellent in a negative feedback amplifier. The negative voltage feedback therefore improves the frequency response of the amplifier. Next, another advantage, increases circuit stability. Already you know the gain is stable. Gain is stable, automatically the feedback amplifier circuit is also stable because distortion is very less and improves the frequency response. Gain is stable. So all these factors again increases the stability. The circuit cannot disturb, therefore it always stable position. So therefore the output of an ordinary amplifier is easily changed due to variations in ambient temperature, frequency and signal amplitude. So in an ordinary amplifier we can change the gain of the amplifier, we can vary the frequency response or increase the distortion, whereas in a feedback, because feedback network is connected in addition with the feedback ordinary amplifier, so therefore this automatically changes the gain of the amplifier resulting in distortion. However, by applying negative feedback, voltage gain of the amplifier is stabilized and accurately fix the value. So some value is fixed in a negative feedback amplifier, the circuit is stable. So therefore it is a 1 means 100% it is a stable for the of this circuit. Next, another advantage, increases the input impedance and decreases the output impedance. So here the same circuit, it's an amplifier without feedback. This is with feedback circuit. So totally it's a negative feedback amplifier circuit. Amplifier with gain and the feedback circuit. Here Zin is the input impedance without feedback. Zout is the output impedance without feedback. But Zout dash is the output impedance with feedback and Zin dash is the input impedance with feedback. So therefore we can derive, so the negative voltage feedback, it automatically increases the input impedance and decreases the output impedance of the amplifier. So as we derived the expression in a formula, the same thing here, Zin dash is equal to Zin of 1 plus AV times MV. So now you see here 1 plus AV times MV is a very larger into input resistance, it also increases. Therefore automatically input impedance with feedback it increases, because 1 plus AV times MV is very larger than the input impedance. Therefore totally this value is larger, automatically input impedance with feedback is also increases. This is the factor. Then next output impedance. The formula is taken here, Zout dash. Zout dash means here output impedance with feedback is equal to output impedance without feedback divided by 1 plus AV times MV. So this is the main factor for all advantages. So therefore this factor is very larger. So smaller divided by larger means automatically the output impedance with feedback is decreases. So this is the factor. It is clear that by applying negative feedback, the output impedance of the amplifier is decreased by a factor of 1 plus MV times AV. So therefore next, now let us go for another. Now we derived the expressions. Now let us solve some examples. Let us solve using the formulas. Now I consider here one example how to determine the voltage gain with feedback or fraction of the feedback network or the ordinary voltage gain. Now let us consider one example. The voltage gain of an amplifier without feedback is 3000. I consider without feedback means AV. Not with feedback. With feedback means AVF. So without feedback means AV. Voltage gain without feedback is 3000 is given. Then calculate the voltage gain of the amplifier if negative voltage feedback is introduced in the circuit, given that the feedback fraction MV is equal to 0.01. So you know here what are the given values? AV is given. AV is 3000. Then MV is given, the feedback fraction 0.01 volt is given. So therefore you know the formula, AVF is equal to AV divided by 1 plus AV times MV. Now AV is given, MV is given. You can substitute the values in a formula. AVF is equal to AV divided by 1 plus AV times MV. So therefore AVF is equal. Now you see I substituted here. Now solution, AV is equal to 3000, MV is equal to 0.01, voltage gain with feedback circuit already you know, AVF is equal to AV divided by 1 plus AV into MV. So you can substitute the values, 3000 divided by 1 plus 3000 into 0.01. So totally 3000 divided by 31, its value is 97. So the gain is a larger. Okay, so this is one example what we derived the expression for a negative feedback amplifier voltage equation. So this example. Now let us consider one more example. So now let us take the overall gain of the multi-stage amplifier is 140, means AV is again given 140. When negative voltage feedback is applied, the gain is reduced to 17.5. So find the fraction of output, that is feedback to be input. Now what to do here? What are the values are given? AV is given 140, that is voltage gain without feedback. Then with feedback voltage is given 17.5, means AVF is equal to 17.5. Then what to find out? Now we are going to find out MV, fraction of the circuit. Now let us go for solve this example. Formula using AV is 140, AVF is equal to 17.5. Let MV be the feedback fraction. Voltage gain with the negative feedback amplifier is AVF is equal to AV divided by 1 plus AV times MV. Substitute the values. We obtain here MV is equal to 1 by 20. It's a very smaller, it's because fraction of the value. So therefore it is also another method to calculate the fraction of the value of the negative feedback circuit. So now some example, another example is also given. So when negative voltage feedback is applied to an amplifier, gain is 100. The overall gain falls to 50. Means AV is 100, AVF is 50. Then calculate the fraction of output load. Second example, same repeated. Here values are changed, and one more condition is applied. If this fraction is maintained, same fraction after obtaining this example, then calculate the value of the amplifier gain required if the overall gain is 75. Instead of 50, you can change the 75. So now let's go for solve this example. Now solution, the values are given. Now you see here, so AVF, you can take the formula, substitute the values. AVF is 50, AV is 100. So now you obtain the value of MV is 0.01 volt. Now again for the second condition, what is they are given, AVF is changed from 50 to 75. Then MVA is already determined. Then you go for determine the AV. So therefore AVF is equal to same formula. Can substitute. AVF is 75, so AV is not given, we have to calculate, so therefore AV is equal to 300. This is the method of calculation using these formulas. So almost I completed this feedback amplifiers. So you can these same study materials already uploaded in your WhatsApp group. Please go through thoroughly. If any doubts, you can ask me, you can call me. So okay, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.